Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called The Whale Song: Discover the Giants of Our Oceans by Rossana Bossu. This book was originally written in Italian and has been translated into English, and it does a really detailed job of introducing readers to the whales that live in the oceans. So, not just one kind of whale, but many, many different kinds are included in this book that is filled with text about those creatures. So, whether you're learning about how the whales live or breathe or migrate or what kinds of whales there are, you also have information about how whales have been utilized throughout history, from the raw materials in their bodies to how scientists have studied them, gone into captivity and things like that. So you have a huge amount of detail that is worked into this book for readers who are interested in whales, in ocean mammals. There's a lot to take in here about how whales work, how big they are, and all of that. And as you can see, it's very, very dense with text. There are some pages that are very quiet, which is interesting. So you have just the illustrations and no words at all. So there's moments throughout the book where readers can kind of pause and reflect on the creatures that they're reading about before they jump into the next subject. So there are a lot of scientific words in here. There's no real lengthy back matter to support it. So for readers who are a little bit more unfamiliar with these terms, they might need to look up pronunciation and things like that. But the depth of information in here is really, really rich, and a great way to investigate these large ocean creatures in a really thorough way. So the illustrations are really lovely. As you go through, you can see the animals in various in various settings and various parts of them as well. And obviously not meant to be read all in one sitting, but it's a great book to pick up and learn something about in a few minutes at a time as you're going through it. So whether you are starting with the beginning and working directly to the end or picking up little bits in the middle, there's a lot to discover for both kids and adults. Best suited to an advanced elementary school or even into middle school student. And like I said, grown-ups are also going to learn something from this as well. But the complexity of the text is best designed for older readers unless the younger ones are reading with a grown-up or caregiver. So the end papers get you connected to a lot of the different types of whales. There's just really beautiful, thoughtful illustrations that go along with all of the rich detail that's included in this book. It's also an oversized nonfiction book, so it'll stand out on bookshelves for that reason. And just a really nice way to explore whales and how they exist in the world, and just to invite readers to consider a little bit how these creatures might be protected and preserved for years to come. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.